Whether it's the shack or the pack, the moon, the suns, or the stars, get into the real thing, the authentic stuff. Get into Sports Illustrated Insider Authentics, the catalog that gets you into the game for real. Insider Authentics takes you into the locker room to suit up like the pros. Whatever your team, college or pro, you'll get issued what they get issued. It's exactly what the players and coaches wear. With NFL Pro Line, Major League Baseball's Diamond Collection, NBA Authentics, and the NHL Center Collection. Insider Authentics gives you all the big names in the big games. Apex, Champion, Starter, Russell, and others. They feature the same fabrics, cuts, and logos used by the professional and college teams. Sweatshirts, t-shirts, shorts, and jerseys that can take a pounding and still look like a hero. It's quality that's unbeatable. It's Sports Illustrated Insider Authentics. Call this toll-free number now to get into it with a free catalog. It's where you find all the stuff that's hard to find. It's where you can get into it all without going out. And you get it all on time with express delivery that won't keep you waiting. Plus, you can order the sports videos that capture the excitement of the event, the teams, the stars. You'll also get inside the world of sports celebrities through signed helmets, balls, and covers. These items are limited, so call now for a free catalog. Ask how you can join the Insiders Club and save 10% on all purchases. Plus, you'll receive 2 free videos. Watch for Insiders Authentics ads in Sports Illustrated. Get inside with royalty, the mighty, the biggest, and the best. It's great stuff. Call for a free catalog and get inside with Sports Illustrated Insider Authentics.
Hi, I'm Peter King of Sports Illustrated. Along with my colleague Michael Silver, it's my pleasure to introduce the 1995 Buffalo Bills Video Yearbook.
In this Sports Illustrated special presentation, we're going to give you an exclusive look at Buffalo Bills football, past, present, and future.
And we're going to start with a review of the 1994 Bills season, a highlight package we call A Proud Tradition, A Promising Future. And Michael, that future's in a little bit of doubt after going 7-9 last year. The big question around Buffalo is this franchise headed south or is it headed north? I think they've got reason to think that this could be a franchise that's going to rebound in 1995. You've still got the franchise quarterback capable of playing well in Jim Kelly. You've got a franchise receiver in Andre Reed, who's coming off a 90-catch season, his best in the NFL. Defensively, I think they've got the best front seven player in football, even after all these years in Bruce Smith. What do you think of the fate of the Bills in 1995?
In a way, Peter, the fact that they went 7-9 may have motivated them into more wholesale changes than when they were winning 4 AFC titles in a row. Case in point, they go out early in the free agent period and sign up Bryce Pop, the talented pass rusher from Green Bay. Many people consider him the prize of the free agent crop over the offseason, and that ought to help the team.
So we talked a little offense, a little defense. Let me get a plug in for some very underrated special teams players. The coach, Bruce DeHaven, too, who I think is very underrated. Steve Tasker, best special teams player in football, and Steve Christie, who's an excellent kicker and done very, very well in Buffalo, a very tough place to kick. These are just some of the things we're about to see. For in addition to 1994 highlights, we'll also take a special trip down memory lane in our Bills Classic segment.
That segment will feature a collection of the most dramatic and exciting comebacks in team history, including the greatest comeback of all time in the 1992 Wild Card Playoff.
So without further ado, Sports Illustrated proudly presents the 1995 Buffalo Bills Video Yearbook.
Throughout the 90s, the Buffalo Bills have been proud champions. They have set a standard of excellence matched by few teams in NFL history. In 1994, however, the bright glow of success flickered away in a season of pain and frustration. It began with a bad opening day loss to the Jets and ended with a fitting final play of the season.
46 yards to win the game with 7 seconds to play. The kick is on the way. season it's been.
Exactly. That kind of summarizes what this season was for the Buffalo Bills.
The '94 Bills never could quite grab hold of the consistency that had taken them to an unprecedented 4 straight Super Bowls. And yet they never stopped battling and persevering through a year that still provided some memorable moments which added to Buffalo's proud tradition. In Buffalo's 35th anniversary season, it was the time to celebrate the accomplishments of Bills present and past. It was a time for Buffalo fans to remember when cornerback Butch Byrd roamed the secondary and became the Bills' all-time leading interceptor. It was a time to relive a Joe Ferguson rainbow to the end zone. And a time to honor new Wall of Fame inductee Mike Stratton, who helped the Bills capture the 1964 AFL Championship with the hit heard round the world. But 1994 was also a year for several current Bills to write their names in the Buffalo record books. Quarterback Jim Kelly became the Bills' all-time leading passer. Andre Reed, the most prolific receiver in team history, set a club record for catches in a single season. One of the greatest runners of all time, Thurman Thomas, became just the 5th back in NFL history to surpass 1,000 yards rushing in 6 consecutive seasons. On defense, an old warrior named Darryl Talley extended his club record by playing in his 204th consecutive game. And All-Pro defensive end Bruce Smith continued to solidify his status as one of the greatest defensive players in NFL history. In a season of transition, the Bills continued to set new standards of excellence and reinforce the proud tradition of Buffalo football. Following their disappointing opening day loss to the Jets, the Bills looked to get their '94 season back on track in Week 2 in New England.
Kelly goes back to throw, looks downfield, wants to go long. Throws down there, Reed's got a touchdown. What a great throw.
Jim Kelly threw for 4 scores in the first half alone, and in the process, surpassed Joe Ferguson as Buffalo's all-time leader in touchdown passes. In the second half, Buffalo's defense also found its way to the end zone.
Here we go on 2nd and 8. A pass coming up. Bledsoe is hit in the end zone. The ball is fumbled. It's fallen on by the Bills for a touchdown. It is Mike Rodish who falls on the ball for the touchdown.
But it would take a Steve Christie field goal with less than a minute remaining to seal the dramatic victory. The winning kick marked the start of a remarkable season for Christie, who would connect on a club record 17 straight field goals and take his place among the most accurate kickers in NFL history. But Christie wasn't the Bills' only dependable man on special teams.
Expect to try and break it back this way a little bit. Let's stay on sides. Let's hit somebody. Let's hit somebody.
Racing under Chris Moore's booming punts once again was special teams ace Steve Tasker, who was named to his 5th straight Pro Bowl. Other veteran special teamers like Mark Pike, Carwell Gardner, and Kurt Schulz were joined by newcomers Mike Dumas and all-rookie selection Sam Rogers, number 93. Second-year man Yanel Jourdain made his mark by averaging more than 22 yards as the Bills' leading kick returner. And 1994's top draft pick, Jeff Burris, set a Bills rookie record for punt return yardage in a single season. Burris added to the special teams' ability to break open a game in so many different ways. And in week 3, it was once again Steve Christie's turn to come up big. The kicker hit on all 5 field goal attempts to give the Bills all the points they would need as Buffalo's defense shut down the Oilers.
Rolls out to the left a little bit, has a lot of time, and throws, and it's intercepted. Intercepted in the end zone and picked off by Matt Darby. A leaping interception by Matt Darby.
The throwback Bills won a throwback defensive struggle, with linebacker Darryl Talley registering a team-high 11 tackles. But it was all-pro defensive end Bruce Smith who caused the most destruction, as he ravaged Houston's blockers and stormed in for 4 sacks.
Bill showing flips up the middle. Here they come. And Bruce hits him and sacks him. Another sack and a loose ball, and it's picked up by the Bills. Richardson drops back, cocks the arm, looks, and is sacked. He is hit from behind by guess who? Bruce Smith. So that will be his 4th sack of the afternoon. He was in like a shot, Murph.
1 week after the defense's old-fashioned win in Houston, the Bills once again turned the clocks back to celebrate their 35th anniversary in front of a national Monday night audience. With many of Buffalo's former greats on hand, fans had a chance to recapture old memories and watch their current Bills create some new ones against the Broncos. Phil Hansen had 1 of 4 Buffalo sacks on the night, as the Bills' defense made life miserable for John Elway. An interception by cornerback Mickey Washington helped set up a Bills score. But the real star of the night was running back Thurman Thomas, who rushed for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. Thomas's big night helped the Bills to their 3rd straight victory.
In the shotgun, and here is a run by Thurman at the 30, at the 25, at the 20, at the 15, down to the 10, down to the 5, and in for the touchdown. Thurman Thomas has done it again, and it is pandemonium here at Rich Stadium.
The 3-1 Bills were on a roll and appeared primed for another playoff season.
Let's go, Buffalo! Let's go, Buffalo!
After a tough loss in Chicago, the 3-2 Bills returned home for their most important game of the young season, a showdown to try and keep pace with the division rival Dolphins atop the AFC East. While the Dolphins were dazed, Jim Kelly and the Bills had a clear focus of what needed to be done. The veteran quarterback wasn't afraid to put his own body on the line to help clear a path toward the end zone.
Reed at the 30, at the 25, at the 20, at the 15, at the 10, at the 5, and he is shoved out of bounds. Kelly threw a block out there. What a great call.
Kelly's gutsy block set up Thurman Thomas for the game's first touchdown.
Thurman in the tail of the eye. And here's Thurman running left, and he goes in, standing up. Touchdown.
Thomas was displaying his own toughness on this day. 1 week earlier, he had sat out the Chicago loss with a sprained knee. Now, he was back, rushing for a game-high 125 yards on 31 carries.
But don't wrap anything on. I'm fine.
In the 3rd quarter, the Bills' special teams reached deep down to make a big play of its own.
Another very good hang time. McDuffie at the 21. Runs to the 25. Fumbles the ball. Oh, it's loose. The Bills, I believe, have the ball.
One play after Mark Pike's strip and Bucky Brooks' recovery, Thurman Thomas sealed the victory.
gives it to Thurman. He bangs it up the middle, breaks a tackle, 20, 15, 10, 5. He is in for the touchdown.
At 4-2, the Bills seemed ready for a strong run. But 1 week later, they again let a victory slip through their grasp. But these Bills weren't ones to dwell on tough bounces or bitter defeats. In fact, it seemed that each time they appeared to be left for dead, they somehow rose from the ashes and breathed new life into their playoff hopes. In Week 9 against the Chiefs, the Bills once again looked to prove that any reports of their demise were greatly exaggerated.
He lets it fly on the hitch and go, and it is caught for the touchdown. What a great reception.
The Bills' offense came out firing on all cylinders as Andre Reed's 57-yard catch and run set up a Thurman Thomas score.
Ball down at the 2-yard line, motion by the tight end Merrill. And here is Thurman running left, and he will go in standing up for the touchdown.
Buffalo built a 31-7 halftime lead, thanks to a defense that was equally as impressive as the Bills' offense. Cornelius Bennett's strip of Joe Montana set up a Bills touchdown. But it was once again Bruce Smith who did the most damage, with 6 tackles, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 forced interception, and a sack for good measure.
This movie is rated R. Adult language and violence. Lots of it.
Montana drops back in the pocket. Bruce is after him, and the ball is intercepted by Cornelius Bennett after Bruce hit him. Oh, man, did he blow in there like a freight train. Bruce Smith has had an outstanding first half.
We talked before about how many Hall of Famers are on the field. I know one thing. There is definitely one in the Bills uniform, number 78.
Is going to camp.
Bruce Smith, game of the century. Game of the century. Bruce Smith.
The rest of the Bills' defense followed Smith's Hall of Fame example.
On the KC-41, rolling out to the right, Bono. He lets it fly, and it's intercepted there by Henry Jones. He has it in midfield, down to the 40, down to the 30. He's at the 20, at the 15, and he is out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. Henry Jones picked it off.
Henry Jones and the Bills frolicked through an afternoon that brought out the little kid in everyone.
It's the only place where grown men can act like kids. It's out here on this green stuff. And not get in trouble or get laughed at. It's fun, isn't it?
It did appear to be child's play for the Bills, as Kelly's touchdown pass to Pete Metzelaars put the finishing touches on a win that once again resurrected Buffalo's playoff hopes.
Hey, no matter how bad they want to count us out, baby, we always come back. Again and again and again. We like Jason, man. Friday the 13th.
At 5-3, the Never Say Die Bills had proven they had plenty of life left in 1994. At midseason, the Bills hit another stumbling block in losses to the Jets and Steelers. The 7 sacks given up in Pittsburgh typified the heat Jim Kelly felt throughout much of the season. In a season of transition for the offensive line, injuries and inexperience only added to the unit's growing pain. Still, gritty Kelly stood tough and stood behind his men up front.
Just everybody remember one thing. Everybody take care of their own assignment. We'll get this job done today, okay? Let's put it all together. Let's go!
Veteran Kent Hull took charge as the rock of stability in the middle of the line, starting all 16 games and helping in the development of young guards Jerry Ostrowski and number 68 Corbin Lucina. In a season of searching for the right combinations on the line, Buffalo got its greatest versatility from veteran Glenn Parker, who was called on to start at 3 different positions.
Parker finished the season at right tackle after the injured John Fina returned at left tackle. Despite all the changes up front, Kelly was given enough time to post the highest completion percentage in the AFC. And just as his accuracy didn't drop off, neither did his ability to improvise when necessary. The hard-nosed Kelly did whatever it took to get the job done. And he was able to find the end zone for 22 touchdown passes, second in the AFC. Kelly had a promising young receiver and second-year man Russell Copeland. But once again, his main target was perennial All-Pro Andre Reed, who in 1994 stretched himself beyond the limit with his finest season ever. The remarkable Reed was named to his 7th straight Pro Bowl and set a new team record with 90 catches. In Week 12 against the Packers, he scaled his greatest heights of the season in more ways than one. Reed vaulted into the Buffalo record book with 15 catches, a new single-game team mark, and he also scored 2 touchdowns in the much-needed victory. However, the Bills still found themselves at 6-6, heading into a critical Sunday night rematch in Miami. Again, many people had already counted the Bills out, and despite a Bill Brooks touchdown catch, Buffalo fell behind 17-7 by halftime. In the second half, however, the Bills regained their focus and lit up the Miami night with some of their most explosive plays of the season.
Downfield, and it is caught by Beebe, and he runs down 3 to the 20, down to the 10, down to the 5, and in for the touchdown.
Don Beebe's bobbling touchdown bomb marked the start of a half filled with unbelievable Buffalo bounces. Matt Darby's second interception of the night wasn't half as bizarre as Andre Reed's first completion of the season.
And here's a reverse to Reed, and he drops the ball. He wants to throw downfield. He's got a man there, and it's caught at the 20-yard line. And down to the 15, to the 10 is Brooks, and he's shoved out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. Andre Reed with an incredible pass off that dipsy-doodle play. Do not adjust your set.
No, this was really happening. And the Bills' wildest show of the season got even stranger by the minute.
Stoyanovich hits it downfield, and it is taken there by Jourdain at the 10 to the 15, 20, 25. He fumbles the ball, and it's caught by another Bill, and he breaks it off to the left side. He's in the clear, down one man to beat. What a play, Mike Dumas.
We need a thunderclap right now. I mean, talk about an act of God. Can you believe a play like that?
The sky is falling, I believe, here.
4 plays after Mike Dumas's heads-up recovery, Carwell Gardner barreled in for his second touchdown of the night. But the Bills weren't done just yet.
Here's Kelly to throw. He pulls it down, throws, Reed's got it at the 30, at the 40, midfield, he's in the clear. At the 40, the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and in for the touchdown.
Buffalo exploded for 35 second-half points in its most entertaining win of the year. The Bills' sweep of Miami improved their record to 7-6. But as the playoff race heated up, they still needed a strong finish to ice a spot in the postseason. The long, hard struggle Buffalo had put up all year ended in painful disappointment. Jim Kelly's knee injury in Week 15 signaled the start of a 3-game losing streak that finished any hopes of a return to the playoffs. It was a bitter end to a difficult season, but one which the Bills certainly can learn from as they put 1994 behind them and look ahead to 1995. With a renewed sense of purpose, Marv Levy and his Bills look forward to tackling the challenges ahead. And some new faces will also look to help Buffalo return to a championship level. New defensive coordinator Wade Phillips will add an aggressive game plan that will be built around the immense talents of number 78 Bruce Smith. Smith is still at the top of his game and is once again sure to be the defensive catalyst. In the new defensive system, Smith and the Bills will be attacking even more in 1995.
Come on, D! Come on now!
Also looking to get after the ball will be number 97 linebacker Cornelius Bennett, as well as Mark Maddox, Marlo Perry, and number 90, Phil Hansen. To help bolster the defense, the Bills will look to free agent acquisitions like Pro Bowl linebacker Bryce Popp, nose tackle Ted Washington, and former Cowboy Jim Jeffcoat, a veteran pass rusher who recorded 8 sacks for Dallas in 1994. More pressure from the line will help a young secondary that features promising players like cornerback Thomas Smith, as well as safeties Henry Jones and number 43 Matt Darby, the team's leading interceptor last season. And the Bills will look for bigger things from 1994's top draft pick Jeff Burris. On offense, the Bills feature emerging young talents like number 84 tight end Lonnie Johnson. Other young targets include Bucky Brooks and number 85 Russell Copeland, who will help complement one of the top receivers of all time, Andre Reed, just one of several Bills' future Hall of Famers. With superstars like Jim Kelly continuing to rewrite Buffalo's record books, and Thurman Thomas still working his magic, the Bills will once again possess enough weapons to fight their way back to the top of the season ahead. They have grown from the pains of 1994 and are poised to regain their championship form in 1995, ready to add more great memories and extraordinary achievements to the proud tradition of the Buffalo Bills.
The top-rated defense in the NFL has got to dig in now, or the season could be lost. The Bills need to hold them to win their first division title since '66. 2 seconds to play. There's the long throw toward the end zone, and it is deflected, incomplete, and the game is over, and the Bills have won the division championship. What a dramatic finish in the fog and the rain of San Francisco. So where there's life, there's hope. No timeouts left. In the shotgun, throwing long down the middle for Roland Hooks. He's got it. What a reception. Down to the 35-yard line. And here they come. They have the 3 wideouts to the right. 12 seconds left. Dropping back in the pocket, looking. There's the Hail Mary. Headed for the end zone. And it is caught for a touchdown. Caught for a touchdown. I don't believe it. Caught for a touchdown.
I don't believe it.
Inside the 3-yard line. Last play coming up.
Just inside the 3, and here comes Kelly. What a finish. Kelly waiting. Last play of the game. Back to throw, and he's going to run, and he died for the touchdown. He dove for the touchdown. Jim Kelly is being mobbed. The game is over. The Bills have won it in one of the most dramatic finishes in Buffalo Bills football history. Jim Kelly ran for the touchdown, and the Bills to a man are swarming and mobbing him at the goal line. What an unbelievable finish. The Bills have won it on the final play of the game.
Never seen anything like that, man.
Never.
Never seen anything like that.
Absolutely.
I've never seen a finish like that.
They might just put it up here. They're going to be teeing off on Kennebrew for sure. Here's Kelly to throw. Looking, and he's got a man there, and it is complete to Reed at the 20. A flag on the play, to the 10, to the 5. He's in for the touchdown. Let's see what the flag is all about. Let's see what it's all about. Andre Reed has the ball. The flag is on the field, and we'll wait for the announcement here. They're waving it off, and no, it's going to stand. It's a touchdown for the Bills. How do you like that?
The Buffalo Bills' most fantastic finish of all earned them a chapter all to themselves in the NFL record book. It all began on a cold day in January 1993, when the Bills' hopes for a third straight trip to the Super Bowl appeared to be shot down by Warren Moon and the Houston Oilers. The Oilers took a 28-3 halftime lead. What slim possibility Buffalo had of a comeback was shattered in the early minutes of the third quarter. No team had ever come back from a 32-point deficit. Few NFL teams make any kind of comeback with their starting quarterback sidelined. But few teams have ever had as much character as the 1992 Buffalo Bills.
Running left, trying to get to the corner flag, and he is in for the touchdown. So
the comeback began slowly, patiently, with little hope of succeeding. But backup quarterback and hero extraordinaire, Frank Wright, kept plugging away.
Beebe at the 10, at the 5, in for the touchdown. Don Beebe was wide open, a blown assignment there.
Suddenly, Rich Stadium has awakened.
4:29 left in the third. Here is Wright, looking to throw, rolls out, throws down. There is Reed at the 5, in for the touchdown. Andre Reed has scored. And now the Bills are back in this game.
As this game swung like a tidal wave here at Rich Stadium.
You gotta believe if you're a Bills fan. 4:21 left.
You can overcome, baby. You can overcome this.
4:07 to play in the third quarter. The clock running. Here's Moon to throw. Looking around, throws, and it's deflected and intercepted by Henry Jones at the 40, at the 30, the 25, and down he goes to the 23-yard line. Wright is going to the shotgun. 4th and 5 at the 18. There's the snap. He backs up. He looks. He throws. Reed, touchdown. Reed for the touchdown. Unbelievable. The Bills are back in it now. Big time.
Hey, we still got one more. Still got to get one more.
3 wide receivers, 2 to the right. Back to throw. He looks. He throws. Touchdown. Andre Reed for the touchdown. The Bills have scored. They don't want it, baby. They don't want it. They don't want it, baby. They don't want it. Looking around, throws, intercepted by the Bills. It is picked off by Odom.
Come back and play off history. It's on! It's on!
Bills can win it here. Wright puts it down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. And the Bills have won it. The Bills have won it. The Bills have won it. They win it 41-38. Incredible. What a comeback by the Bills.
Look at the fans pouring onto the field and the mob scene of Steve Christie.
The Buffalo Bills' 41-38 victory was the greatest comeback in NFL history. It was a staggering, towering achievement.
The greatest moment among many in the glorious 35-year history of the Buffalo Bills.